Welcome 2025. Thank you 2024 for the memories, for all the lessons that we've learned through the entire 12 months of year 2024. And I would like to wish everyone a very happy new year. May 2025 be a prosperous and auspicious year for you, for all of us. I know it's been a tough one the last couple of years, but I am hopeful and I do believe that, oh, I just heard the fireworks. I guess they're starting the fireworks already. It's close to midnight now here. So, by the way, I this is exciting. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about 2025. I don't know if you heard the fireworks, but anyway, everyone, I'm really asking you to keep the hope, keep fighting a good fight of faith. Believe, you have got to believe that the best is yet to come. Better days are ahead of us. As for me, this is the first time I'm trying this YouTube channel because I am trying to challenge myself on doing something that is out of my comfort zone. This isn't easy. This is going to be difficult. At my age, especially, I feel like this isn't my generation, the social media and everything. I don't have anything. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I don't have anything. I don't have Twitter. I do not do any of that stuff. Believe it or not, I feel like I'm too old for that stuff. I'm like, old school. But I'm going to make my goal public. I want it to be known to you so that you can hold me accountable to my goal or my promise to myself, to what I'm going to do, how I'm going to challenge myself in 2025. Some of you might think my goal is too ambitious because when I look at it, it's it's a tall order to set the goal that I set for myself. But the thing about setting goal is there's this quote by Jim Rohn: don't set your goal too low. If you don't need much, you won't become much. That makes a lot of sense to me. And as Michelangelo would say it, the greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and we reach it. Wow, that to me has a powerful message. As Jim Rohn's quote, right? That we set our we set our goal too low and we reach it. That's kind of why I'm trying to challenge myself. And I have been challenging myself in many different ways through life. I am a mother of four. So when setting our goals, we have got to find our why. The whys are what's going to get us moving. Because once you have the whys, you will figure out the how, on how to get it done and how to do it. It's the why that's going to keep you in track, and it's the why that's going to help you through the pain when the going gets tough and you're suffering. You're going to remind yourself of the why, and my why is in my neck. I'm wearing my four children's name. This is the necklace that they gave me on Mother's Day with all of my children's four names. They are my why. Therefore, I can figure out the how because my why is so strong, and it's important. It's important enough. It's so important to me that the how, I'm gonna figure it out. So for 2025, I have a goal. My goal is that for my YouTube channel, I would be able to interview some people. And those people, again, this is kind of like, almost impossible because I'm just a nobody. And I want to be able to meet people who I looked up to or who I admire. And I get the saying of, you do not want to meet your hero because you might get disappointed, or in most cases you do get disappointed when you get to know who these people are that you kind of admire. But I'm not concerned about that. I'm not at that age where I'm going to lose track of my drive and that motivation, because my hero let me down. There's no letting down me. I'm too old for that. All my four kids, they're pretty much adult. My youngest is already 14 years old. And with that said, I have a goal for 2025 for this YouTube channel to interview. I'm just going to start with 5 people. Hopefully I can interview more people. But I have been a fan of Marilyn Vos Savant. Marilyn Vos Savant has the highest IQ, most intelligent woman. And I didn't know she was still alive. See, the funny thing about it is that when I first came to America about 40 years ago, I came across the paper every Sunday, the parade paper that would be available every Sunday. I had no idea who she was. And I didn't know she has the highest IQ and she's the brightest and most intelligent woman in Guinness Book. And that's one. I would like to be able to interview if because I was really surprised to find out that she's still around. And I would really love to interview our our president, Donald J. Trump. I have been a fan of him also way back when in the 80s, when real estate and everything. He's kind of the reason why I went into real estate business myself. And I wrote a book about Donald Trump just a couple of months ago. My book was published a couple of months ago. So it would really be awesome. It would really be great if I could interview our president, Donald J. Trump. And because also in my community, I have four children too. You know what would really be cool if I get to interview our president, Trump? Is that in my community or in my circle of friends or in my zip code or in my city, because I have 4 children. 2 are in college, 2 are in high school. All of them, all of their friends know that I'm a Trump supporter. And the fact that I'm Asian, because Trump called all kinds of names, that he's misogynist, he's racist, and all that stuff. And I'm like the few Asian woman that I make it known and I let everyone know I'm a Trump supporter, and my kids are proud of it. Especially my oldest son, my kids are proud to let their friends know that their mom, who's Asian, is a Trump supporter. And people try to convince me that Trump is racist. I'm like, I don't know what you mean by racist. I don't know what that means, because like I'm not white, and I don't see how Trump had never made me feel on any of his business dealings that he doesn't like Asian people or black people or Hispanic. I don't see that. I don't get all this, Democrat liberal trying to accuse Trump of being racist and all these, I mean, other worse names. I know racist is not the worst. They've called him worse names. But yeah, that's my goal, is to be able to interview Trump and Marilyn Vosavant. And number 3 on my list is I would really like to interview Tom Bilyeu and Andrew Tate. These are men that I've been like following, and I really like their strength, and I admire their I admire the tenacity in these men. And I have a son, I have a husband. I literally tell them, like, you should like watch these guys, or I'd show them like interviews that or I'd show them some clips of their shows. And my husband likes them, and my son likes them, and even my son, he's a still young man, a teenager. He's 22 years old, and he's like, "Mommy, I'm surprised you like Andre Tate." And like, why are you surprised? Well, because everybody says he's misogynist and this and that. I'm like, no. And there's something in Andre Tate that I see in Tom Bilyeu. Although I think they're kind of opposite. They're like different. They have different personality. But I'm so curious to know what Tom Bilyeu's opinion of Andre Tate, or if he has any opinion at all, because I feel like, God, I hope he likes Andre Tate. But if he doesn't, I would like to know why. What part of Andrew Tate's ideology, what part of Andrew Tate that he kind of disagree, or if there's anything that he disagrees on. And I'd be curious to know what Undertake's opinion of Tom Bellew. These are just men. And yeah, so number 5, I would really like to score an interview with Dr. Jordan Peterson. I used to live in Canada, and it's funny how, like, I found out he's Canadian. I was like, I've never really heard of him before. And like, even when we lived in Canada, I didn't know who he was. I never heard of him until just, like last couple of years. But yeah, like Jordan Peterson, I admire his works. I've read his books, and it would be so cool to be able to interview the man who's made a difference in my life, or whose teaching and books have shaped me or have helped me grow to be a better person. So that is my goal for 2025. I'm wishing for everyone to renew their faith that better days are ahead of us. And may 2025 be the year. May 2025 be the year for your dreams to come true. God bless you. God bless the United States of America, and God bless the whole world. Thank you very much.